Hello everybody. I promised you a video of my other vintage dollhouse, and while my husband's out running errands, I'm going to grab a chance to do this. It's on top of our corner china cabinet in the den, and it's big and it's heavy. I'm going to pause for a second while I get up on the chair. Okay, I'm up here. This dollhouse is made with really heavy wood. These pieces here, everything's heavy, so it was quite a job to carry it to my car. And it wasn't until I was putting it in my car that I found some of the delights of the inside. It's a Cape Cod style house with little shutters that actually open and close. And you can see there's the porch. It's been hand painted, and there's little columns in the back. And then these two columns in the front are sort of newer. I think he or she replaced what had been there. And then this is etched and painted. It's the foundation. And then we go around here. You can see the windows on either side of the of the fireplace. I haven't painted it or touched it because clearly it's a beautiful house that someone made for someone they love, and we are going to honor that. Let me flip it around now. Let me warn you, the inside is very dark. There's some dust. I'm sorry about that, but that happens up here. The inside's very dark, so we'll try and see what we can see here. Okay. Let me get that up there. This is the inside. Now, it didn't come with that wallpaper on the back wall, but it was so dark in here, like a cave, that I just threw some wallpaper I had up there and put it on temporarily with little wax stickies. So it hasn't changed the integrity of the house or anything. But here's what I saw. Look at this. Now that fireplace is open to the bottom, so if you put something down from the top, it'll fall right into that opening. It's like the fireplace we had in the craftsman cottage we lived in out in San Diego. There. It's got bookshelves on either side. Now, what I've done with this is, rather than keep it empty, I just put some furniture and things I had in my stash. The only thing that's new in here was this craftsman style table that I got at a dollhouse miniature show. There we go. My two different passions colliding there. So I had the sofa, I had the chair, I had that table and the vase and the flowers and the hooks on the wall and the painting and all that stuff, and the books. I'd love to really outfit it someday, but there are other priorities first. But look how beautifully done this is. That's the most important thing of this tour. And let me see if I can show you, but the ceiling goes way up and there are beams on either side, so it's really cool. And I think of it as, I call it the Lakehouse because everything gets a name here. And I think that it is like a cabin or a house out at the lake. It's minimal. And I'll tell you another reason I have called it the Lake House is because it has two other rooms and they're very tiny. Like this would be just, I added this little kitchen piece and just laid that floor tile down, but it's not sticking to anything. But I thought, okay, this is like maybe a cabin you go to where there's maybe a bathroom, I'm gonna put my hand here, right out here, But this reminds me very much of my family's cottage when I was growing up. It was my dad's family's cottage. And there was a big room and a big porch, enclosed porch. And then there were these three tiny little bedrooms on the side where you could barely fit a bed in, and a dresser, a tiny dresser. So that's what it reminds me of. So that's why I started to go with the lake house. I've managed to stick a bed in there, but it may disappear and go into another house. But right now there it is. And there was another plate on the wall, but it just fell off, so I'm holding it in my hand. But you see there's these little rooms here, and things are not really quite to scale. Like this door is huge, and the hinges are huge, but I don't know, was this like my other house where it might have been a real house and somebody recreated it? Or is it just out of the creator's imagination? I don't know. I have a rug down here. The floors are just this raw wood. And again, I'm not going to mess with them. And there's the front door. I love this fireplace area. I had that chair in my stash sofa table. I told you all that. And various little kind of pottery miniatures that I've collected over the years, and books. And there's some games over there and the bottom shelf on the far side. And here it is. There's not much more to say about it except I just treasure it. I treasure it. I don't know who made it. I don't know the story behind it. I have no information on it. But isn't it just a gem? I think so. So that's the lake house. That's my other vintage dollhouse. There is no... Oh, here, you can see the bed there. It's not made. There are no sheets on it. There are no pillows, but there it is. And I think I also have... Let me look. If I look in from here... yeah, I do have some shelves there, which have nothing on them. But I think that they take up space, and space is at a premium. I'm working on the Beacon Hill upstairs, and I don't know where the heck I'm going to put that. But this is it. This is the lake house, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's beautifully done. Just beautifully done. And it's so heavy that I can't pull this off of here by myself. I have to have my husband help me. Okay, let's fix that tile because that got moved. Okay. All right, I hope you enjoy this. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.